Alright, so here's what we got today. I have a Massey Ferguson tractor. You know, it's pretty old. I don't know what the year and model of it is, but you know, it's a pretty big one. It's hydraulic. And what was happening is basically, you know, when I was driving around the yard, I'd hear the gears going, I hear like a lower, you know, the gear sound. Wasn't a grind, wasn't a crunch, nothing like that. But, you know, I used to see some sludge up under here, right in there. And it was like some ugly, nasty stuff. I'd see it coming out right up near the rear well along this axle right here. But it come out right there. And basically, somebody told me, you know, why don't you change the that oil before you mess up your gears. So I finally drained it. I actually just put the plug back on just a second ago before I decided to shoot this video. But I showed you a picture of what it looked like coming out. But now I put the plug back on, and that's what it looked like. It was nasty and it was horrible. So I went and got some Traveler, and I was debating on either getting the SAE 90 gear oil or getting this hydraulic transmission fluid. Some people I read on the reviews did the hydraulic transmission fluid because they should, from what I see on the internet, they kind of run together into the same chamber. And the SAE 90 is very, very expensive. And I was thinking to myself, well, you know, it's like $80 for a 5-gallon, and the transmission hydraulic fluid is $40, so it's like double the price. And compared to what it was first, you know, anything's an improvement. I had water coming out, like literally water, oil, grease, good oil, bad oil, everything came. I had to empty that thing about 17 times. So, you know, it probably had got water in it somewhere from the what do you call that thing there? You see that little, that's the top of it right there. Probably got water and condensation built up in there. But we're gonna take care of that now and move forward. One thing about pouring this oil that's really aggravating is you got to pour the oil from here into a smaller container, because you can't tip the big container in here because of this old obsolete tractor. You know, you can push the seat back, which is, you know, lifting the seat back, but then somehow you got this bar here, so you can't come at it from this side and lift it over and go in here. You just got to be from this side, and then you got this shield over here, so it's really no way to stand comfortably and put this oil straight in here. And by it being cold outside, another thing you got to worry about is the fact that it just takes so long for the oil. I mean, I tried to bring the I should have brought the oil in the house, because the oil's so cold that it doesn't just run into the funnel. And I cut a little slit out to the top of this funnel. It literally take you an hour just to pour 5 gallons of oil in here, and you're gonna lose a quart, because that's why I got this here, to try to prevent my loss for all that oil that you're losing. So that thing will be filled up with a quart of oil before I'm done with it. So it's just a real time-consuming thing. All right, so what I finally decided to do was I cut a hole in the funnel to make the oil drip out faster, so I could go ahead and speed this whole process up. And I realized that I could get the bucket up, the bucket of the I could get this, tilt the bucket up in this little hole, and that really made a difference. I mean, that made life easier right there. That really made it work for me right there. Instead of me spending all Christmas trying to get this in here. I mean, I lost some, you know, I can't do nothing about that, but I might have lost a quart in the process. But I just added, you know, 4 quarts. 5 quarts equal a gallon, so I just added 4 quarts in about 4 minutes. So that's a lot faster than the rate I was going. So now I just about got it going now, so that's a good thing. Got a little bit more left in there. Now I can move on to something else, right? Where there's a will, there's definitely a way. But yeah, any of y'all have a old Massey Ferguson tractor? You know, they're a bitch sometimes, but you know, you decide whether. I know they're a lot stronger than some of the tractors out there today, but alright, this is my disgruntled video of how to put hydraulic transmission gear oil in your Massey Ferguson. I think it's got a TEC motor, one of those models, and I'm out.